Most new backpackers think the biggest risk are bears, cliffs, and lightning strikes. But that's almost never what gets people in trouble. I used to think that risk meant something dramatic, something obvious, something that you would see coming. And I was wrong. When I first started backpacking long events, I thought risk was something obvious. Storms, injuries, getting lost, or even gear failure. And I just thought that if I had good gear and decent fitness, that I'd be fine. But on the Colorado Trail, I learned something different. It wasn't a storm, it wasn't a cliff, and it wasn't wildlife. It was shin splints. It came up on me slow, gradual, and even boring. But I kept hiking through it. I told myself that it would loosen up. I told myself I was just adjusting to the trail. But that's how most problems start. Not with drama, with denial. What if beginners aren't getting into trouble because they're reckless? What if they're getting into trouble because they misunderstand what risk actually is? Risk in the backcountry usually isn't explosive. It's cumulative. It builds up on you quietly. And if you don't understand that, you can accidentally stack small mistakes on each other until they become big ones. That's what I see over and over again when I'm out on the trail. Beginners end up picturing worst-case scenario. But the real risk is hiking too fast on day one, ignoring hot spots on your feet, pushing past your turnaround time, underestimating your fatigue, and normally not eating enough. It's not the mountain that gets you. It's the building up of all these small mistakes. Now this is important. A lot of new backpackers believe that if I just buy good gear, I'll be safe. But gear doesn't fix judgment. You can have the best tent, the warmest quilt, and the lightest pack, and still make bad pacing decisions. Risk management is behavioral, not material. That's where you end up having to have the mindset shift. Fatigue can be a sneaky little bugger. Your decision-making drops, your balance drops, and even your patience can drop. And that's when you end up tripping. You push too far, you miss weather signs, or you skip water planning. The most dangerous moment isn't when you're afraid. It's when you're tired. Now this may be the most important lesson here. Beginners a lot of times think that if I don't finish what I planned, I failed. But in the backcountry, turning around is a skill. It's not weakness, it's maturity. So here's what actually matters. Not fear, not gear obsession, not dramatic survivor scenarios. What matters is pace, planning, awareness, ego control, and making sure to listen to small signals early. If you can master those, you dramatically reduce your real-world risk. And here's the good news though. These are all skills that you can build, which means the trail is more accessible than most people think. Backpacking isn't dangerous because it's wild. It becomes dangerous when we misunderstand it. When you respect pacing, when you understand fatigue, and when you plan conservatively, it becomes incredibly manageable. And honestly, that's when it becomes fun. If you're brand new to backpacking, I actually made a full beginner's backpacking guide that goes into all of these things, that walks through this exact stuff, step by step. Not just gear, but decision-making, planning, and risk reduction. I'll make sure to put it down in the link below, because the goal isn't to scare people away from the trails. It's to help more people feel confident stepping on it. Risk in the backcountry isn't about surviving something extreme. It's about avoiding something preventable. And most of the time, the warning signs are small. Say that 3 times fast. Real world risk. Real world risk. Real world risk.